Tra-la-la. Ah, I do believe this is just right. Not too hot, not too cold. Okay. If you're a cat girl now, Drom will be interested. Let's talk with the Choco Keep. Now this makes me think of Highgate in, what's his face? Highgate in the, Path of Exile. For a moment I didn't think it was one guy washing himself. I thought it was like two people getting it on there in public. It's just like, Jesus, get a robe! Yes, please, please, Jose, please, get inside. You sexy man, you. Yes. Now I need to go let's play Not a Hero. There's a guy in it, he's an over-sexualized Spaniard, and, or Mexican guy, and his name's is Jose. Or no, Jesus. And that's actually how they say it. It's like, you say it like you're greeting a Greek god. Jesus. Remember Cartonu, I say? I was there under the Maelstrom standard, and for every drop of my blood, the Guardians paid double. The 12 willing, I'll fight and fight again. If I fall, well, why? I'll see my comrades from the flats again. Well, here's hoping, anyway. Be awkward if you didn't. Be awkward if all she found was the Guardians. Turns out they were playing dead all along. Ah, it's up there, huh? Why doesn't anyone try and kill the Marbury? It sounds negative to it's unconductive to continued living. Then again, it is exceedingly burly. It would require a lot of recruits to be flung at it for it to die. This way. What do you say? I fear that convalescence has blunted my mind, even as it knits together my wounded body. I know myself to be fortunate, for I have met others here who have seen the kobolds round every corner, but we must not forget that my war goes on. I'm not really sure what he means. While? Greetings, mate. Might you be the one Captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explained myself twice. Sorry, what did you say? Ooh, I got blood for blood. Oh, the crags. Well, I always waiting for you to give him your undivided attention. Sorry, I was distracted. What were you saying? Years ago, when we were weighing up to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman air fight, see? Eh? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified aetheryte, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Least you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such air fights and those which you have used on countless occasions, Stromkaren. Ah, well, if it isn't the Charlene lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I planned to wait your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Orgorum form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsiders ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery that I've long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try and go in the front. We do it from the rear. Sorry, I'm in a good humor now. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the older ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Unless you can walk on walls. Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Gamero mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Aethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there was Aephorite shards in the depths of Ogomo, you would have needed to tune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the livestream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. It was this Charlatan bloke to help us, see. Delivered us right to Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlatan scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? She probably knows him. Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happened to be... Yes. But in order to guide a traveller to a beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least. Yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly all will depend on whether or not I am... wet my salt. History lesson! Let me take a drink first. It's descended from a Roman saying. To be worth your salt was to be worth your salary. You probably know that, but there's more to it than just that. People were quite literally paid in salt. Well, select people. I don't think it was the slaves were paid in salt. I think it was a military thing, but yeah, they're apparently paid in salt. Keep in mind, salt now is pittance, but back then it was much more important. So I'm figuring maybe that had something to play on it, you know? Salting meat to preserve it was much, more relevant. Nowadays there's everything is already preserved with plenty of preservatives, but people would have to salt their meat and whatnot to keep it. So maybe that, I think that was more relevant. I have no idea. Would probably have affected the price anyway. But yeah, it was apparently somewhere paid in salt. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing with the whole, other aspect. But you got to remember things were different back then. It's at least my entire point. So it's very easy. I know I fall into myself of looking things from a more modern perspective, as in not modern perspective, but for modern circumstances. But salt was more important back then. Certainly it's still used for salting stuff now, but it's from my limited knowledge, it seems to be a bit of a different thing back then. Bit of a different thing anyway. Like people used to preserve their meat by storing it in the chimney before. We don't do that anymore now, do we? We have special smoke rooms, and they're done elsewhere. People used to do this in their own home. So, I doubt people will be taking their paycheck and salting their food with it, but, there's stuff to take into account that I certainly don't know. But apparently, yes, some people are apparently paid in salt. Again, I don't know the details of why, but, salt was worth a pretty penny, I'm sure. So, it was worth something, so I'm sure they could trade it for a couple coins. So that was basically my ultimate point. Some people were paid in salt. Not sure why, but I'm sure they could have traded for a bit of cash. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the air fight? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not what you can't handle, mind. Oh, misclick. Also, blood for blood. Increases damage up by 10% and damage suffered by 25% for 10 seconds. There's a reduction, you can get to that in a bit. When you level a bit. Just have a look at the metal. Bit plain, bit stylized there. Very nice. Also, 2 attribute points. Really probably should be using materia. Really should. A plague of water skipper Yarzons has converged upon the shores of Bronze Lake, looking to lay eggs. Water skipper numbers are already at an all-time high, and if any more were to hatch, the area would overrun with ravenous pests, slay the Yarzons before they can mate. I'm just getting the fuck out of Dodge. Okay. And there's another one up this way. Surprise. Kobold Pitman. I do believe I've flung down with kobolds before. Okay, come on. Attack it. Well, these are more threatening, certainly. Vulnerability down, damage taken reduced. Fine with me. Jump. Bonk. If only I could set a macro up to pop Bloodbath, Blood for Blood, and Life Surge. That would be nice. There we go. Kobold Sidesman? He's not a breast man, he isn't an ass man. Not even a tie man, no. He's into sides. I don't know. I don't know. Come on. There we go. Beastman Aetheryte. There we go. This other one was blind and deaf. It was the Kobold Helen Keller. So this is the Aetheryte that the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan Sanctuary. It is as Papalymo speculated. In its present state, this Aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I, however, may be able to use my own energy to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems that you will have to proceed without me, Dromkran. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power. These should be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetheryte's signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you'll be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you'll find there, so stint not in your preparation. Not really phrasing I'm used to. The Navel. Ooh. Grummel will be happy with that, or whatever the guy named. The guy worked on WoW and Firefall. He'll be happy with that. He's really into Navel. I must needs remain here to ensure that you have a means of egress. As I told you, we have no way of knowing what awaits you at the beacon, so be sure to prepare yourself before departing. I meant to click on this. Having passed these seemingly endless trials imposed upon you by the company of heroes, you've been entrusted with the knowledge of a secret way into the Navel, the domain of the primal Titan. Courtesy of Yasho's magics, the Beastman Aetheryte is now primed to send you into a confrontation with the Gorda Crags, Gurdra Alliance for struggle of titanic proportions. Okay. Grouped up. Throw down. Guardsmen, you can do some guarding. Okay. You know what? We're gonna finish this off with Fighting Titan. It only feels right. No curing. Cure, no curing. Let me make sure I have enough space to keep recording. Yes, I have 11 more gig. All is well. I would hate to, fight Titan then run out. Here. Let's just get the feck out of Dodge here, and we'll wait down below. I have little interest in smacking around the kobolds because it's not like they're on any hunt log. Mortal Flames, let's see. IX Lightwing, Sylvan Slow, Thunderclap Gurv, Farmane, Doctor, and Magi Hunter. Interesting. It says 17 minutes, so I did get in quicker before. I really want to end off with this, but I might be able to. Hello and welcome to Bronze Lake. May I be of assistance? Nope. Welcome to Warm Wine Sanatorium. Here we treat the wounded from the front with healing waters from the very womb of the earth, and heated wine redolent with spices. Services of which I cannot avail of. It's really annoying how many NPCs that are just there for looks that you can't. They say like, "Oh, you can buy stuff from us," and you can't buy shit. My God. Independent armorer. Independent armorer who don't need no armor, no guild. Yes. Actually, curiosity. Character. There we go. And you are wearing it. Okay, there we go. It's fucking lag. Fucking lag, man. It's actually really irritating. Like, my God. Also, I love how the other guy was saying, like, "Oh, let's go down to such a place together," and doesn't continue. Doesn't actually go down there. What? Did he die? Oi, you! What's your business here? Let's get out of here unless you're one of them Avengers on the elite marks. Maridosh, Maridrosh, Marbury, and Nandi. Come on, form up. Form of a water bucket. Come on. The nectar eaters of Rosa are partial to blooms of different hues. Red flowers such as chosen roselles and raincatchers are the preferred feed of Kororbi. Being one such bird, Maradrosh has become so fixated on that hue that it now sups from the reddest flower of them all, the still warm flesh of other birds, beasts, and men. Of the scores of thaumaturges lost to questing for the Wanderer's Palace, Martua Neruda was perhaps the least remarkable. Aside from the Laufelian adventurer's singular yet unflattering hat, little of him is remembered. It is likely he would have been entirely forgotten, were not for the fact that his hat would resurface soon after upon the head of a Tomberry, painting the shores of Bronze Lake with the blood of adventurers. Called the Critic by cowering locals, Nandi uses its petrifying gaze to turn passing creatures into works of art for its profuse pleasure alone. Ever has this Catalapus hunted the mountains of Vibrand, yoked by the weight of its gross head, prodding stone paths, conjured by its downcast eye. Nothing so dangerous as a stillborn artist, they say. Don't go tempting the wretch with good material like odd company, if you know what I'm saying. Try to do a different kind of reading there. It's different inflection. Anything else around here? Anything of interest? Probably not, but it's worth a look. Ah, people fading out of reality. Shit. Hello, naked man. That smarts. 12 spit in my eye if I lie. The smarts like Ifrit himself skewered me with a stick of how do you do. I would like to get my hands on that garland who mistook me for his pincushion. That boom of the Magitech armor? I can't stop hearing it. See how my hand shakes so? Used to be that I'll pinch myself on my face for sure and certain. At least I'm clear of that.